Maboika, Ituno Kina Atiao no, and Buenvenido, mi hermanas, mi hermanos, Raul back. Let me tell you something. Well, first of all, I do have a guest. I'm waiting for him to come in the room. I'm saying having a little technical problem on his end. But I tell him just take it easy, get everything you need to do, and then once he appears on my feed here, then I can bring him into the room. You know what I'm saying, so we can continue on with the interview. But before I go on the interview, you see this picture right here. This is an Airbnb that my sister and her daughters had had invested in. They made it. This is a container, a container, and it's right on the beach of Maunabo. It's an Airbnb. That right there, you're looking at the hot tub right there. That is, look at the view in the back. You know what I'm saying? That is the area, the patio where you can view right across the street. If you can see right across the street, there is a what you call a business, a like a store, convenience store, and sometimes there they have percussionists playing plena. It's a very beautiful atmosphere. You got the beach. You can also go. They rent boats out there. Beautiful secluded beach. Beautiful water. You see it nice and bluish, greenish. I mean, beautiful. Inside the and this is it's just a small container. It's very nice. It's like if you're a couple, you want to get away, you know what I'm saying? And you just want to get away, get on the beach, go sail, go fishing, you know what I'm saying? Listen to some plena, some authentic folk music from the island of Borinquen. And here's another. This is again on the patio. Beautiful, beautiful. Look at the background right there. That's beautiful. So I'm gonna I don't have the information. I got to get that from my sister. So it's an Airbnb. You can go and you can schedule and you can what it costs. Yeah, schedule some time out there. 2 weeks or whatever. You know what I'm saying? A nice vacation. A nice spot. You could lay back and enjoy the beach in Mount Nabo. That's where my family from my mother's side from Mount Nabo and Arroyo. And this is the beach area. It's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. You know what I'm saying? So I'm waiting for my guest to get on, right? But I wanted to speak to you for a moment here. I did a podcast about genetic blueprint and ancestral patterns. You know what I'm saying? And I told everybody, yeah, I gotta get my DNA testing done, and I need to connect because that deals with seeding and rooting, right? Guess what? I did my DNA, and it came back. Wow, man, the amount of information. I found my family. You see, I had disconnected a little bit from family from my father's side, and I got cousins. We always play together. I mean, I got an aunt that got 14 kids. I mean, we always play together. We had such a beautiful time. But then, we got separated when I was about 14 or 15 years old, and I lost contact. I lost contact even with my father, my biological father. But anyway, I searched and searched and searched. So then one day, out of the blue, I decided, let me do this ancestral DNA because again, I'm doing the podcast and I said, I was speaking about those natural nature gifts that we have, and one of those gifts is the grounding and anchoring, and it has to do a lot with genetic blueprint and ancestral patterns. So, you know, I said, let me do this. I did it. I found one of my first cousins, right? I messaged them and then they said, yeah, that's my grandmother, this and that. I started naming names. And we found out that we're related and found out that it's one of the daughters of my aunt, Carmen. And I was like, wow. I mean, man, I've been looking. I've got so emotional, man. I don't even want to tell you. We just got so emotional over the phone and cried. They were looking for me and my sisters, and we were looking for them. You know what I'm saying? And finally, we got together through science. Finally, we made contact, and it's beautiful to this day. I'm just, it's a lot of cousins, let me tell you. So it's like the phone calls are coming in, and we just reminiscing. It's beautiful. I love my family, both of my mother's side. I got a lot of family. I love them. My father's side, I love them. Man, I mean, it's so rich. Another thing about this ancestral DNA, so all the time I'm thinking, oh yeah, Taino and everything. It turned out that I'm only 4% indigenous from the Siboney, Cuba, and from the Boricuas from the island of Puerto Rico. 4%, which is good. That's good. I mean, still you're Taino, you know what I'm saying? Still, it's good. So give me 1 second. Let me do a little housekeeping here. Um, Let me bring this up. Uh, so yeah, 4%. So it's good. You know what I'm saying? I I, you know, I'll I can live with that. So wow, this is crazy. Here we go. Here I am. It's beautiful, 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 beautiful. So the 4% is good. Still Taino, you know what I'm saying? I'm a registered member of the Confederation of Taino People because 1% makes you indigenous too. You know what I'm saying? It's okay. The island of Puerto Rico has different percentage of people that have this indigenous bloodline, and the most you find in the central. But then um, I added up the African. I got 35% African, especially from Mali. And I've been posting a couple of things from Mali men. The historical, because they give you also ancestral DNA, they also give you an historical account. They go back to 1750, my bloodline. And man, they give you an historical account. Man, Mali, Timbuktu, the culture, beautiful women, beautiful culture, scholarship, the libraries that was found in Mali. You know what I'm saying? These are the same Millennium Moors that went into Spain because then it showed in my bloodline 41% Spanish, Spain. And they give you a history of Spain, about how the Gauls, the German Vigordov, the Gauls came down and mixed in with the Nigerian, the Millennium Moors, you know what I'm saying, and created the mulattoes. And then those are the mulattoes that came over to the island. So I show a very strong genetic trait when it comes to Spain, the mulattoes that was taken out of Spain. Okay. And that's why I posted that beautiful clip of flamenco because the culture is beautiful, beautiful culture. And it's African, the diaspora culture too, in Spain. I mean, it's beautiful, the flamenco and stuff like that, and the mannerism and the guitar work and the drumming, unbelievable. And then Mali, the drumming, exceptional. And then it shows other percentage. Then I got the 4%, then it goes at 1% of Wales, Eastern Jewish European, 1%, whatever, because, this is what the DNA shows, how connected we are and how this DNA pool travel. You know what I'm saying? And then when you find this out, you start anchoring and renewing yourself with confidence. So yeah, I'm looking into a lot of that Moorish culture, mulatto, that Moorish culture from the southern part of Spain, Granada, Alejandra, into the historical events that helps, define who you are, and also Mali and Africa defines who you are. So, and I can see this mixture in my family. In my family, I see this. I see the African side from my mother, and I see the Moorish side from my father's side. You know what I'm saying? Beautiful, beautiful. I love my cousins, and I hope they seen this podcast. I love you to death. And in my mother's side, I love everybody. You know what I'm saying? And anchoring, renewing, this is genetic blueprint. Really, 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 really something else. Um, I wanted to so I just wanted to start off with that. I see that my guests still haven't came on. So let me just go on with this. Um, I said that if ever there's any technical difficulties with my guests coming on, or whenever there's I don't have any interviews set up, I will read a little bit of my script. So remember, this my script, I had to break it up in pieces. So not to give you the continuing. I don't know what that means. Okay, I think. I can't. Oh boy, I can't. Hold on one second. He's asking me for a new invite guest, clipboard. Man, this is creating a little problem for me here. But let's see what I can do. Oh no, I can't do it because I don't want to lose the stream. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to lose the stream. Um, it's gonna feedback a lot. It's gonna feedback a lot. Let me see. Hold one second. I'm telling him to use that same code because I'm live now. I'm live now. I can't. If I dismiss this, I just can't do it. And we're gonna have to reschedule for another day. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, let me continue on reading. The script, and remember, and the last time I read some of the script, I lost, but I have my flash drive now, so I have everything on here. It's coming out pretty good. Let's see. So here we are. Here we are. So it starts off with an external shot, right? And again, this script is called A Summer in New York, Un Verano en Nueva York. And so the exterior shot is an outside shot, exterior shot, Shakespeare Avenue, down the hill, and it's daytime. So Nelson and Gino, they're staring at a fire hydrant. In New York, you see the fire hydrant. Danny says, "Hey, Gino, give me that stuff I gave you. Give me the stuff I gave you." And Gino says, "Why? I want to open this one. I want to open up this fire hydrant." And then Danny says, "No, I told you I will open this one up." Then Gino shoves Danny the stick and a hanger. Those wire hangers and a stick. Man, you said, this is Gino saying, "Man, you said I can open this one." Then Danny looks at him and says, "I tell you what, find a can, a soda can." So that looks like a good can. He points over to the gutter and said, "Look, that looks like a good can over there. Grab that one." So Gino says to himself, "That looks like a good can. I grab it." So the montage is, now Danny combines the stick, right, with the hanger. If anybody grew up in New York and you knew about the fire hydrants and stuff, there's a stick and a hanger. He wraps it around the fire hydrants, the top part, right? The cover, to loosen up the cover. Then he wraps it on top of the fire hydrants, the hanger, stick and hanger. Then he turns the water on. Water starts gushing out. So across the street, there's three young girls who was jumping double dutch, right? They stop and starts yelling because now the water's coming over to across the street, because the water's gushing out full blast, while Chino sits on the curb scraping the can on the sidewalk, on the concrete sidewalk. He's, you know what I'm saying? That's what we used to do in order to open up the can. You know what I'm saying? So then Danny says, "Yo, Chino, you up, bro?" Chino, he's stunned. He says, "Oh, man, for real?" So Danny said, "Yeah, hurry up." So Chino gets up. He looks through the hole on both sides of the can. See, like this. Then Gino, excited, said, "Oh, man." So Gino runs towards the pump, right? He leans over the pump and actually he attempts to put the can in the gushing water, but then Danny grabs his arm and said, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, take it easy. You're going to hurt yourself." If anybody knows that this gushing, this power coming out of the fire hydrant, this water, you got to be careful the way you situate that can on that water, right? So Gino's pulling back, saying, all right, I'll be careful." Then Danny tells him, "Hey, remember how I did it? So then Chino takes a deep breath. He wraps his leg around the pump. Slowly, he lowers the can into the that violent water, which is gushing out, the gushing water. Up shoots the water. He's put the can, up shoots the water over the street, hitting windows. Right? Then Chino loses his grip and the control of the can, and down the gutter the can goes. Then he starts laughing. Ha, 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 look at you. Ha, ha, ha. So the police siren, then here's a insert, the police siren, and somebody in the bullhorn says, get away from that pump, boys. Tour officer gets off the patrol car. Danny shouting, Chino, run, run, run. Danny runs up the hill and disappears into an alley. Hold on 1 second. I'm trying to get this guest in. Oh, this is technical stuff that we should have gotten done, but I'm saying it's already what, 7:18. We're still on time. Good timing. Again, just trying to click on that. Okay. So so again, Danny runs up the hill, disappears into the alley, and then Chino running after him says, Danny, wait for me. One of the officers starts to run after Chino. And then the first officer, one of them holding a wrench, says, P, let them run. They're punks. Don't bother with them. Now P stops running and turns around. Suddenly something hits him in the shoulder. Bah! And he says, shh. First officer P says, shh, shit, I'm hit. Officer said, what is it, P? Should I call it in? What's going on? He looking over his shoulder and said, it's eggs. It's freaking eggs. More eggs starts to shower on the two officers and also hitting the patrol car. The officers take cover from the patrol car. Officer Aponte grabs the CB radio and says, we have a 22 juvenile in progress, requesting backup. So then more patrol cars come, appear with sirens and lights and blocking both sides of the hill. And then one of the officers points up to the roof and said, he's up there. I saw him. A group of officers run into the building, and then that's the next scene. So you see the officer run into the building. On top of that roof, someone was throwing eggs at them. Set them up. Open up the pump. What they did? They try to shut it up. They get egged bombed. This happened. This happened. Oh, my guest is here. So this happens in New York. This is a summer in New York. So let's start here. Well, let me bring in the guest. Here he is. Here he is. Here he is. Add to stream. Saludos.
Saludos, saludos.
Sí. Finally.
Finally.
Well, before we get started, I already greeted. I did my countdown. I want to let everybody see this right here, right now. Look at this. Bam! Look at that picture. Isn't that classic? Let me tell you something. This guest here is, I guess, the band leader, the owner of Raza India. And people, remember I told everybody I want to bring in different genre. I wanted to bring in, a collection of different works. Oh, wait 1 second. Let me fix this camera. I want to bring in different works. And so this is very, very important because this is heavy metal with a Latin twist to it. I mean, it's very, very interesting.
That's right.
I wish I could have played it. But anyway, first of all, how you doing, my brother?
Yes.
You doing good? Okay.
Doing good.
Now, for the sake of the podcast, what instrument do you play?
Yeah, I play the guitar for so many years already.
Guitar. Anything else you play besides guitar?
Yes, I play flute this is my first instrument that I learned before learn the guitar, and
Mm-hmm.
and through the years I've been learning also bass play. I'm a bass player for all the other groups, stuff like that.
Right. I'm sorry. I'm doing a little housekeeping. I'm trying to get you on Facebook because if anybody gets on and they want to chat, if they don't have my YouTube, they could chat on the Facebook. But yeah, for so many
Great.
years you've been. So for so many years, you say you play guitar, right?
Yes, yes,
And you also
yes.
play flute. I heard it, very nice. I mean, I wish I could. I'm telling you, I'm getting to the point that pretty soon I'll be able to play videos and stuff. I was able to play some videos like recorded, but I need quiet time in the household, and I got a lot of people in my house that, so I wasn't able to do that. That's my bad. But now another one of my questions, first questions, where were you born?
Yes, I'm born in Rio Piedras, Puerto Rico.
Rio
Um,
Piedra.
yes,
Wow.
yes, I'm born in the island of Puerto Rico. Uh,
Mm,
with Then I take all my classes and all my the stuff I learned through the
mhm,
years in my hometown, Puerto Rico, about the instrument, guitars,
mhm,
music.
mhm. So let me ask you something. In Puerto Rico, what age did you start playing guitar? Is that just that's the first instrument that you started, Luis?
Yes, yes. I started with the flute.
Hmm.
I studied in Carolina, Puerto Rico. The school, they say the name of the school is I don't remember the name in Spanish, but it's a school that everybody goes with the
Hmm.
governor. The government give you funds, free funds to a lot of kids can learn music and
To learn music. What age
yeah,
was this?
stuff like that.
¿Qué edad? What age was this?
Yeah, young age, around 18, 17 years old. Yeah, I learned flute, and then after I learned that instrument, I passed to learn the instrument of guitar as a guitar player.
Okay, and so out of it, so that very early age, you started. So you learned guitar. Was it immediately? Was it heavy metal that you went into, or did
No,
you
no,
play
no.
guitar for?
Uh, Back in the days when I in the school, I just learning jazz. I got a lot of influence in jazz. That's what I learned in
So
the
you play
first
jazz
place.
guitar,
Yeah,
acoustic
jazz
jazz.
guitar. Then
Nice.
after learning jazz guitar in
Mhm.
that school, um, I'm interested in something new, something more catchy, and I start playing contemporary music, like
Mhm.
traditional music, like uh, let's see, uh, um, like not música navideña, like
Trio
um,
music,
yeah,
music from the trios.
and then after I play that kind of music, I say I need something more, keeping like a hungry for more. And
Hmm.
then I went to the school, the name um, School of Rock in Puerto Rico.
School of
Uh,
Rock in Puerto Rico. Wow.
yes, and
Interesting.
I started learning the basic of rock down
Rock
there.
music.
Yeah,
Wow.
everybody is real kind of like let's see, that kind of music only
Hmm.
they hear for the teenagers or people that go to university, stuff like that. More
Mm.
of the Puerto Rican people, they into the salsa, merengue, uh,
Right.
jazz, all kind of stuff. So early 80s, like in 83, 84,
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
started went to that school and graduate for uh, Master of Rock down there
Hmm.
in the
No,
84.
yeah, rock really entered into Puerto Rico. So I remember one of my uncles, Edwin, he used to listen to a lot of rock music too. Like it grew the long hair and the beard, and he was listening to a lot of Doobie Brothers. but that type of rock, Doobie Brothers, and I got introduced to a lot of the rock albums because he was getting all these albums. He even took the room and he painted. He wanted to put the sky in the room. It was really, really
Yeah.
freaky, really, really back then. That was like in the early '70s. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
So,
down there in Puerto Rico is different. At that time in the 80s,
yeah,
the rock music is not too much present in the young
right.
community. Only a few young guys they
Yeah, little
just get the
pockets here
chance.
and there and there.
Yeah, just get the
Yeah,
chance
yeah,
to try something new.
right. But now, was it the heavy metal music that you got into?
Yes. Uh, Believe it or not, like other is Hispanic Hispanic country, Puerto Rico is the first everything in music. You know,
A lot, yeah, yeah,
everything in reggaeton, first in salsa, first in merengue, stuff like that. And
yeah,
in the 80s, in the 80s, like 80 something. Uh, a movement of rock started hitting the island,
the
and a
island.
lot of young guys starting learning about different groups around the
Mhm.
globe.
Right,
And
right, right.
one of those,
We're gonna talk a little bit about that, but let me take you back a little bit. In your family, because you said you play guitar earlier. In your family, is there like an ancestral, historical, ancestral musicianship there? I mean, where do you get this talent from to play the guitar? Did it come through your upbringing, or there's somebody in your family that plays
well,
music?
my family grew up in Loíza Aldea, and
Oh,
when the Indians, Tainos, and all kind of bongo congas and heavy flavor of the
right.
island.
A lot of
Uh,
African base there in
Yeah.
Luisa.
So
They are very African.
hearing these congas, hearing these dance, looking these dance people dancing around, and
Right.
I get that influence on music. So I'm the first of the family
Your
interested
family to really
in music. But
in
I
actually playing
live
an
in
instrument.
that I live in that area of the island, and uh, majority of my early age and absorb the reading of congas, bongos, and stuff. And that
Yeah, I
motivated,
hear that in your music. I hear the heavy percussion
yeah,
in your music. Yeah,
yeah, that
with the
motivated
metal.
me
That's
to
interesting.
learn instruments, to learn some
Yeah,
kind of instrument to play.
very interested. I was looking at the one that you did at I think we were even the House of Blues. That clip. I wish I could have played it, but I was listening to it. And I was like, man, this is like you can hear all the percussion going on. The guaranco.
Yeah,
That traditional, and then you hear the
that,
heaviness guitar. And I'm like, what? And you hear the clave, but
yeah,
then you hear the heavy
yeah,
guitar. And I'm like, this is interesting. Very,
yeah,
very interesting.
basically that song is a toque de palo, is a santo, is
Oh,
reading the lot of worshipper of Santeria in Puerto Rico
Santeria,
use it to
Dorichas. Yeah,
get
yeah.
into the thing, and
Hmm.
that reading because my family also they got that influence too. So I
And
decided at my
mhm.
album recreate that kind of reading, and in that flow I play the flute on top of
Hmm.
the
I saw that.
heavy
Yeah,
Congo
interesting. Very
rhythm.
nice conversation. Yeah, very nice combination. Yeah, very, 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 very nice combination. I really liked that. Enjoyed that a lot. And I was like, wow, this is
Yeah.
like so. And we're gonna talk further about that. But so do you remember the first band that you played in? I mean, when you were a guitar player
Oh
and
yes,
in
yes,
Puerto Rico, and starting with Puerto Rico, did you play in bands like garage? We call them garage bands over here.
yes, yes. I play
Did
in
you play in
both
a
the
lot of
garage
bands?
band. Yeah,
Yeah,
uh, yeah.
in Puerto Rico.
I got the whole community upset because I'm making a lot of noise, bro.
It's like me
Yeah,
in New
and I
York
say, hey, be
with the
quiet,
timbales and the
shut
rock
down.
music.
Yeah, I make a lot of noise, and I made the people crazy. But
Yeah.
I play in one band. The name Jumir is a copy or the same. They follow the same thing like Menudo, Grupo Oro, stuff
Mm.
like that.
Mm.
I play in that band. They give me the chance to be the first event for me as a rookie guitar player, and
Mm.
I did it very well. And
Good.
I show myself to the people. The people start knowing me, and I get a little promotion. So people start hit me with another gigs.
Nice,
So
nice, nice.
and,
Yeah, yeah. That's how
and
it
I
starts.
start.
Word of mouth, and you start making that name for yourself in the community. And also, I wanted to tell you that being that you had the Santeria, that's heavily influenced by music.
Yes,
All
bro.
the complicated rhythm. So you grew up in that environment, right?
Yes,
Musical. You know what I'm
yes,
saying? Because to be into that in the culture in Puerto Rico, I was talking to Giovanni. He was just like music was just everywhere in the
oh yes,
radio, in the TV. I remember when I
yeah.
remember being in Puerto Rico in 73, 74. Yeah, music was everywhere. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying? And
you go to
escape
the city, you go to the beach, you go to
La
uh, uh,
Plaza,
la plaza, and
los
people
carnavales.
just got congas playing and having fun.
Yeah. So you got into the heavy metal. What is your who influenced you? I mean, in terms of musically, I mean, what kind of? I just want to see what kind of bands, what kind of artists started to influence you when it came to heavy metal.
Yes, in the beginning when I started
Mm.
like everybody. I started very very low. I started listening Van Halen. I started
Yeah.
listening AC/DC, Judas
Nice,
Priest. You know,
nice.
lot of
That's a
bands.
good
Then
school there.
yeah, that's cool. After
It's
that,
beautiful.
I started experimenting, more reading new music
Mm,
from England and other part of the world, and
nice.
it started getting more heaviest. More, I started listening more heaviest because
Mm.
I want to learn the that movement very well so I can play it.
Nice. Yeah. Rock has a lot of also classical movement in it. If you heard
Yes,
from Bach to rock, there are a lot of classical movement in within rock. It's just that it's being disguised by the distortion and stuff. But when you really listen, you hear those notes. Yeah, that's classical. A lot of classical notation. You know what I'm saying? But
yes.
yeah, man. So in Puerto Rico, so you played in a few garage bands, right? When did you come over to the United States? I
Well,
mean,
I'm in United States in the years on
how
90.
old were you? Okay,
I'm 56.
so how old were you when you came to the United States?
Like around 30, 29, 30.
Oh, okay. But you was already a seasoned guitar player in Puerto Rico, so you just
Yeah,
came over to the United
I'm
States.
be yeah be I do a lot in Puerto Rico. I play in a jazz band
Mm,
in the hotels on the
mm,
weekend, and
nice.
sometimes I play with other bands, metal heavy metal bands when
Metal
in
band.
festivals.
Were there a lot of metal bands in Puerto Rico?
Yes,
When there was a
believe,
lot of metal bands.
yeah, believe it or not, uh,
Mm.
the me- uh, the the music in Puerto Rico is a form of living, and believe it or not, there's a lot of bands of rock, jazz,
Yeah,
contemporary
yeah.
music.
Well, that's
Besides
interesting.
the salsa, merengue, and other stuff, got
That's always
uh,
going to be
the,
there. Yeah,
got the
yeah.
gringo influence down there. Yeah.
Yeah. That's interesting. I mean, did I tell you the story that in my neighborhood in the Bronx, I was that kid that you heard the Depeche Mode coming out of the apartment, Personal Jesus, Depeche Mode, and when I moved up north in the North Bronx, I knew the guitar player Vernon Reed from Living Color, good friend of mine.
Oh
Man, I should have
yeah, I
put a
like
picture
Living
with him.
Color. Living Color is a good band.
Very good band, and I got to work with them at Radio City Music Hall. You know, I was just working, the orchestra. I was an usher, but I got to go backstage and meet them, and converse with them because I knew the Vernon Reed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the drum, they were from my neighborhood in the Bronx. And again, we met up with each other at the Hollywood Bowl, where Jimi
Wow.
Hendrix played. And to be the Hollywood Bowl, I did a concert there with KG Amulo and with Sheila E. and Robin Thicke. Vernon V was playing with Santana's wife. She was playing the drums. And what was it? Jack Bruce
Yeah.
from Cream, the
Yeah.
bass. Yeah, he was there. Ooh, fantastic, fantastic. So yeah, rock, has been influenced a lot in our music, and I see that a lot in your music. So when you were in the States, 30 something, was Raza India your first band that
Yes,
you
that's
formed?
my first band. I'm being forced to create that band
Hmm. What do you
because
mean? Uh-huh.
I see something strange happen in the rock and español movement here in Orlando, Florida.
Oh,
And what happened is everybody playing pretty music like Santana,
yeah. Everybody listens to
Maná,
Santana.
Enanitos Verdes,
Hmm.
and lot of cover bands
Hmm.
recreate that kind of music in the
Hmm.
in the in different places and different
Right.
shows. And also, it's a lot of original music, but it's more of this, more of the same stuff,
Right.
more pretty stuff, more
Right.
same. I don't know. It's like when you
It
got
was. It wasn't metal for you. It wasn't.
I
It
know
wasn't grungy
it's
for you.
like you gotta play on rice and beans, and you don't got no meat.
Oh, I see.
It's
Yeah.
something like that.
If it's gonna
And
be rock, you wanted to hear the more rock influence in there, yeah.
yes,
I understand. I understand where that's coming from. That's to be respected. Yeah,
yes, so I start creating that band,
that
and
band, Raza India.
yeah, Raza India, and when I start creating, I start bringing the heavy stuff, but I with a twist, with a little
Yeah,
twist. I bring
with the
the
flute and the
element of
percussion.
congas,
Very nice.
Latin percussion,
Hmm.
heavy guitars, heavy readings,
Hmm.
and a real groove. And
Hmm.
when I present my project, when I bring my project to the Spanish community in the
Hmm.
beginning, then I know be
They
accepted.
couldn't say right. I was gonna
No,
say that you got pushback from it. Yeah,
yeah, they turn me down. They
yeah.
turn me down, and they scare about the stuff I've been doing. But that they don't stop me to continue to
That's right.
bring my dreams and reach my goal.
Exactly.
So, so what happened after walking and knocking doors in different Spanish station,
Yes. Hmm.
different magazines, and also different newspaper, Spanish newspaper. I never
Hmm.
get the attention. So I say, well, let me do something that I'm not doing yet. I
Hmm.
started knocking doors with the gringos. I went to a Jam magazine. I went to or Orlando newspaper. I went to
Hmm.
different places, and these people realized stuff I had in my hand. They give me the chance
Hmm.
to perform and give me the chance to show my talent.
Hmm. So you got a little pushback from the community, from the Hispanic community. Did I meet you in La Mega? Did you ever go to La Mega? You know James de la Raza is, right?
Yes, I went to the Mega, but I
I
never,
know they weren't playing metal because they had a hard time with us playing
yeah,
reggaeton.
I
Because I,
never
I,
get
I
the
used to be with
chance.
Raza.
Yes, I
Yeah.
never get the chance to put my music there. but
Mhm.
uh, believe it or not, 101.1 they got a segment in the radio station,
Mhm.
give the chance to the local rock bands. So they give me a chance to put my music there. I'm the only
Mhm.
Spanish rock band, the 101.1 in that time, they play in the air.
101.1. Wasn't that the smooth jazz station?
No, 101.1 is
Oh, that's the, yeah, that's an independent station. Yeah, I remember
it's a
that
rock,
station.
a rock,
Yeah,
and then
right.
104 Real Radio. They give me also the chance to put my music in the radio
Okay.
and show there. And
Mm-hmm.
also, I went to underground radio, the
Mm-hmm.
WPRK
Remember that.
in the Rolling College,
Rolling
and
College. Yeah, I remember
and
that.
they also
I've
they're
done some
playing.
stuff with them too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're playing my music there in one radio program. The name is Zombie Ray. And
Mm.
in that form, I expand and people start hearing the stuff, and they give me more chances to more performing around the whole town. So
Mm.
uh, so I say like so much to spend the noise. I got the chance and the honor to play in each one club in downtown. I played whole
Nice. You
downtown.
play
I played in whole um, uh,
I
different
forgot the
places.
name of that club behind Orange Avenue. There was a club that had a lot of
Yes,
rock bands.
yes. And
Yeah.
let me see I put my glasses and
Mm-hmm.
to give you all these. All this is they are going to give you a quick read. Is because the American guys here in Orlando they give me the
Mm-hmm.
chance. I play in the Cinco de Mayo festival in Winter
Mm-hmm.
Garden. Also, I play in Orlando Rocks at House of Blues. Also, I
Mm-hmm.
play a Foot Fighter group.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I play in Belucia Country Hispanic Festival. I play also
Mm-hmm.
in Mexican Independent Day more than
Mm-hmm.
once. I play in the multicultural events in different places. Also, I play in Johnny Rockin' Bistro,
Mm-hmm. So
cricket club.
you played around a lot of good spots. I mean, I
Yes,
know Orlando
yes,
was thriving.
yes.
Let me ask you a question. Interject for 1 second. You write your own material? Are you the
Well,
composer?
the material is writing with me and my co-worker in that time.
Okay.
Uh, his name is a friend of mine. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember his name now because
It's
it's
been a while.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
a wow. But
So
se llama
you started writing, and you started creating with the band, the music, right? Yeah.
yes,
Mhm.
yes. We
But it
create
was your
music.
vision. There was your vision. You saw it, and you just get the right time. I know Levi Soto played drums with you, right?
Yes, Levi Soto play
Yeah, he played with
with
me. He
me.
played with me also. Yeah.
Yes, my vision when I create a band uh,
Hmm.
is in the beginning just to have fun.
Okay.
I know got the that vision that we're going to hit real far.
Right, right. Music is pleasurable. Yeah, yeah. It should
Yes,
be. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and I starting just to have fun, and after that, I see a lot of people that want to hear us, and
Mm.
I see the way of income because we play 4 times a week,
4 times a
and
week. That's
4
good.
times a week,
Yeah.
straight up for 5 years.
Busy. Nah, that's busy. That's really, really
Yeah,
good. That's
so we
really,
got
really
five,
good.
5 years
So there
straight
was a market. There was a market for that because yours is the only band that was doing that metal with with the
in
percussion
the
like that.
Spanish and stuff. Yeah, I'm the only one
Yeah,
playing
you're the
metal
only
in
one that was
Spanish.
doing that. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
in
Very
that
interesting.
particular, now that you say it, that particular point bring the difference and put me in the
Mm-hmm.
place to win
Right.
the Grammy Award in
Oh, the
'99 as
okay.
the best rock in español,
Right.
heavy rock in español. Also nominated by the Orlando Music Award in '99,
Mm-hmm.
and
Right.
also uh,
Because
give
that
me
was
the
the
chance.
time. Yeah, that was a time that in Orlando, the music was really, really rising. You had all these bands. You had your Moja, you had all these different like
Yeah,
Cow, what they call Big Shirley. Yeah,
so
let me see. It was Jimmy. Yeah,
I win the
Cameo.
Grammy Award in
I remember
'99.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that put me up front to all the
Mm-hmm.
Spanish rock band in the city, and and
Mm-hmm.
so I get the opportunity to Sony Music give me a tryout. Sony Music give me a tryout to see I can jumping in the train,
I
and
remember that Sony Music was doing all that. That was downtown, right, for the festival. The
yeah,
Sony
and
Music.
yes,
Yeah,
they
I remember that.
they try to do a like a scout, some kind of scout
Yeah,
play
they were
out.
scouting for artists. I remember
Yes,
that.
and
And because
I
I
play
was working with I was working with Sony at one time with that.
yes,
Yeah,
and
the
I
scouts.
play, but I don't get picked up because in the
It's all
time,
politics. Yeah, it's
yeah,
politics.
it's a lot of stuff. And then
Yeah.
I got the chance to try out get a tryout for what is this label, Universal label,
Okay, Universal.
Universal. So
Yeah.
I get a tryout for Universal, and Universal get real serious with us, and
Mhm.
they bring in the table a contract. But all the members of my band, they're real scared. Leave the house, leave the
Yeah.
family here.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't blame them.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's scary.
yeah,
That's a
be,
scary situation. Did you
yeah.
have a
Because
lawyer? Did you have a lawyer to look at the contract? Did you have a
yes,
lawyer?
everything. I got everything in the table with my lawyer
Mm,
and everything. But the I understand. I don't try to push anyone on my group.
yeah. Yeah.
And they don't want to go because they're
Yeah.
scared. And I say,
Yeah.
well, so I'll just turning down the offer.
Yeah, when you get to that level, yeah, of musicianship, and you're trying to make that leap at that level, yeah, the musicians all gotta be on board. It's gotta be guys that uh, either their house has to be stable without them. You know what I'm saying? Financially,
Yeah,
or yeah, or they can't be so tied up in family life. It's a little
yeah, yeah,
sacrifice. I know
yeah.
that. Yeah, I know that. It's a little sacrifice,
It's a
because
real
I
sacrifice.
found myself sacrificing my family at one time, trying to make those moves like that. But it's rough. Yeah, it's rough. It's rough. It's really, really rough. Yeah. So that's
Yeah,
interesting. So here you are in Orlando, you winning these awards, you making impact when it came to this rock español, right? What do
yeah,
you call it? You call it rock español, or you call
yes.
it heavy
Well,
metal rock español? I mean, what
yeah,
what is it?
I call it a heavy rock in Spanish. So
Heavy rock in Spanish, yeah, heavy
yes,
rock in
and
español. People,
that yeah, and that time we hooked up with Millennium Entertainment. I don't know if you hear that name and the music.
sounds familiar.
Yeah, Millennium Entertainment hooked me up with a tour. They passed by to Orlando, and
Mm,
I get the
okay.
chance to play with a big guy. So I
Mm,
share a stage with a big guys like uh let's see, okay, uh okay, like let me see I can remember something here real quick. I'm being reading. Okay, uh, big guy like Molotov, Ilya Kulaki,
I don't know.
other Spanish rock band. In that
Mm,
time, they go and the name of of the music event they calling the Watcha Tour. The Watcha Tour,
mm,
all the Spanish rock band from
huh.
the from that time, starting from California and finish in Miami. It's a
Mm.
big huge um,
It's
uh,
like saying, what's that festival that travels? Oof. Yeah, it's those kinds. It's that venue. Is that travel from
Yeah,
state
they
to
go
state.
different places
They
and
go
play.
from different places and they set up the concert stage and it's
Yeah.
outdoor. Yeah, yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah. We
and
did one. Sunfest is like that. I think no, the Sunfest is in is in West Palm Beach. That's in
yeah,
Miami. We
and
don't
I
travel much, but
remember
wow,
Yeah, I don't know if you remember Fat Harry. Yeah,
that sounds
uh,
familiar.
yeah, Fat Harry is a huge guy. Uh, they do events in Orlando. He bring a lot of
Mm,
rock bands in Orlando. So
no, it sounds
he
familiar.
yeah, he keep me using me as a opening band for heavy rock.
Mm. For everybody. Okay. And you would have been the
And
perfect combination. I mean,
I
you're in
opening for
Florida. Yeah, you're in Florida. You got the tropical thing going at the same time. You got the heavy thing going. That's interesting, man. I gotta tell
yeah.
all my if you can sustain that, you got to check out my brother here, Luis Raza India, because the combination. I love the fact that you're bringing the flute because you hear that resonance of flute, then you hear the metal, and then you hear the percussion. I mean,
Yes,
I
yes,
kind of
yes,
like that combination a lot. I really do. I really do.
yes.
Yeah.
Well, that guy gave me a lot of um, lot of push to
Like
play with different bands
yeah,
and stuff like that,
a
and
lot of
keep
opportunities.
learning, learning more and more and more and more about what is gigging with the big guys and gigging in the patio. You know, when
Mm.
you're gigging in your own patio, your own clubs, it's not the same when you're gigging
Not a
in
big
a big
concert.
stage,
Yeah,
stuff like that.
big stage is totally different. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yes,
I used to have problems at one time with the House of Blues. The rumbling, because the bass, the speakers in the bottom of the stage, the rumble, man,
yeah,
that used to drive me nuts, bro. I had to get used to that driving. And then, when you deal with big venues, when I did a concert with like Howie Dora from the Backstreet Boys, and so many girls screaming at one time that it hurts your ears because all the the thousands of people just yelling. It's like, I mean, and you got to get used to that. You really
yes,
got to
yes,
get used to that. Yeah. And I can imagine you on stage with the rock, because I play with a lot of guitar players, and when they switch over to that, I used to play with Marcus Machado. You heard of Marcus Machado, right?
yes.
Marcus Machado is like a cousin to me. I grew up with his
Wow.
father, and yeah, he's like my cousin. Call me primo, all the time. I just watched him on Tiny Desk. Great, 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 great concert, and he's doing that metal, but there's no percussion. It's straight up metal and rap, metal rap. Yeah, metal hip hop. That's what
Yes,
they doing. So metal is
yes.
getting around. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I see a couple of videos of this stuff. Hey, let me share that with
Yeah.
you. Also,
Uh huh.
after 3 years of successful and wonderful performance in town and with the big guys and the little guys and everything,
Mm.
the Spanish community opened the eyes and opened the ear,
Wow.
and believe it or
Great.
not, start giving recognition. I want to
Nice.
share that with you.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Share it. Share it. Share it.
uh,
Look at
eh,
that. Yeah.
this is in recognition with your performance and collaboration with the Mexican community at Central Florida
Nice.
on the Mexican radio. So I make also the la primera cámara de comercio mexicana, the first
Mm.
commercial Mexican thing. They give me
So, Luis,
a
let me ask you: you ever gone to Mexico? Have you been to Mexico playing? Has the Arasa India, the band, been to Mexico? Because you would have been
no,
great out
n-
there. Great.
no, yes,
Great. Your guys would have killed it out there with the metal because they ate into a lot of metal, especially Mexico City.
yeah. But my last 2 years, I dedicate myself to the Mexican community, and
Yeah,
this I play for the Mexican in a lot of events here in
yeah.
Orlando.
I
So
can see that. Yeah,
these
I can
people
see
give
they're
me a
very,
recognition.
yeah, they're very huge when it comes to the metal stuff. and then you bringing in that Latin flavor. Yeah, very 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 huge. So so you just so your music, is it just tropical, Afro-Cuban music, or do you venture into like cumbia stuff like that? I don't know. I gotta hear your album. Where can we find your albums now?
Yes, I'm going to send you a
We need to put
download,
that in the chat. Yeah,
everything. Uh,
you on all
also,
social media, right?
yes, you can find me in everywhere. Just you put Raza India, Orlando,
Okay.
Florida, and also
Okay.
you can go to YouTube. You can find everything.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna
And
rediscover you, brother.
yes, yes. Uh, my music at that time is a compilation of everything, of
Uh,
techno, of rock, of traditional tribal music, uh,
mm,
gothic. They got a
yeah,
lot
I
of
like Gothic.
they got a lot of stuff. Yeah, we playing
Mm,
a lot of crazy stuff, and the people
mm.
like it because and one song we can bring you uh, dark, gothic, tribal. Uh,
Well,
uh,
I don't want to go too much in there. I mean, because I mean, you're talking. I don't want to get into your personal religious belief or anything like that. I know dealing with the Santeria and Palo, I've done it. I've dealt with it because I played a bata and I played, percussion
yeah,
like that. My padrino educated me a lot on that. But as far as I don't, there's a stigma about the dark side, but people don't understand it. It's
oh
so
no,
stigmatized. You know what I'm saying? They really can't grasp it because we're in a society where they put fear on people about the dark side, and and these this concept, but they don't understand it. You know what I'm
no.
saying?
No,
Yeah.
so we
Yeah.
basically in the first album we do a switch,
Mm-hmm.
and we play everything we got in our hearts. But
Mm-hmm.
after that, just we start uh, playing more sweet, calm, more radio play
More radio
music,
play. Okay, I
more
got
radio
you.
play music because
Yeah.
we already burn burn off of fever in the first album. So after
Mm-hmm.
that we came a little more concerned to what the people want to hear, what the people want to enjoy, and
Mm-hmm.
but in the first album, just we went brutal. We bring the
Wow.
everything we got on the heart, you know, and we hit the people and they're scared. Some people like it,
I can
some people
imagine.
scared, and some
Yeah.
people say, I don't know, I don't understand. I really don't understand.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let me put that up in there. Okay. Listen, let me see something here. Okay, so I love this photo right here. It's just so grungy.
Yes, this is one
That's
of
a
my
grungy photo.
yeah, this is one of my performance clothes when I
That-
start the band.
That's metal. That's metal. And then I like this picture here. This is you with the guitar. You
Yep.
have a huge collection of guitars?
Yes, a bunch of them, man,
Nice,
a bunch of them.
nice, nice, nice. I like this here. This is classical here.
Yep. You got
Look
Tony
at you.
right there.
Tony Escapa. Right. Look at him.
Yeah,
Great,
this is Tony
great drummer.
Scapa.
Play with Al Di Meola. Yeah, and he played. Yeah, I remember Tony.
Yeah.
I played with him one time with Rico Monaco, and Tony Escapa was playing drums.
Yes,
We
Tony Scapa
were,
is a
his
big
father played with
influence
me.
in my first album, and
What?
I'm blessing that
Wow.
he record my album,
Yeah,
and
he was in Berkeley. He got a scholarship. He went to Berkeley,
yeah, and
and
that
yeah,
time,
yeah,
look
very
what happened. Look what happened. His father,
big.
they prepared him to
Dang, I
go to
didn't know that.
Berkeley.
Right.
Tony Scapa Jr. told me, "Hey, Luis, I need a recording, a professional recording
Mm.
to present when I go to Berkeley, like a recording in studio.
Mm.
Because at that time, a lot of people play with Tony Jr., but
Mm.
they don't give you source, they don't give you
No
CDs.
recording. Yeah, no CD, no recording. Yeah,
So
yeah,
I
yeah. I
say,
hear you.
Tony, see, you play for me in my album. Uh, no, you can perform, but at
Then it
least
could be your reference. Yeah.
I'm going to give you, 50 albums, and also I'm going to I'm going to pay you for your performance and everything.
Nice, nice. Yeah, very
And
nice. You looked out. Yeah, he's a nice, nice, quiet kid. Very talented on the drums. I mean, I even got. I
yeah,
think he played with Al Di Meola. He was playing with Al Di
yeah,
Meola.
he played with
Last I
everybody.
heard.
Everybody. He played with Aldi
Everybody.
Meola. He played
Yeah.
with Corday. He played with
Yeah.
Ricky Martin. He played with
Yeah.
uh, a
His
bunch of.
father's a great piano player too. I played with his father. Oh man, that
He
man used to keep me
he
on
played
ups.
with everybody. As soon he
Yeah.
graduated from the school, uh, he played with everybody, bro.
Are you still in contact with Tony Escapa Jr.? Are you still in contact with him?
Yes, yes. He is living in Puerto Rico, and he's
Oh,
living in Levittown, and he got
okay.
like a studio apartment, some kind of studio apartment, and
Okay. But he's still working and still playing and stuff like that. Yeah,
yeah,
very talented, very
a
talented.
studio apartment.
Another talented drummer you had with you that I worked a lot with Levi Soto. I did some stuff with
Yeah,
Levi Soto.
Levi Soto stick with me 5 years,
Mhm.
and
Yeah,
I said I'm real thankful, and I said all the time we talk through the Facebook, and
right.
thank you to him. He recreate what Tony Scapa do in the first album, and he
Nice.
recreate that feeling, and he played with me 5 years live.
Mhm. Now, let
Recreate.
me ask you a question. These musicians you were working with, like Levi Soto, I never got in a conversation with them with Tony Escapa Jr. Did they know about metal music?
No, no. They learn with me.
They learned with you, so you was about metal, and you was exposing them to that metal, that whole
Yeah,
metal.
they they
Nice.
they, they learn with me. They learn with me the flavor. Most of of the musician I have at that time, they play jazz,
Right.
contemporary music, and top 40.
Right. Right.
Yeah,
So,
I
but
just
right.
I'm telling, hey, I got this project new. It's something.
Heavy metal.
It's
I mean,
something
I
I'm
would
going
have
to.
jumped on it too, man, because that's you know, that's another vein. That's another genre, another vein. The heavy metal is a very, very different vein.
Yeah,
You gotta have that
yeah,
eye, and I have respect for that stuff too.
yeah.
Especially listening to some of my favorite bands. I was a Rush fan. Rush, I love Rush. The
Oh, I
Archive
love
album,
Raj.
Rush.
Raj is very
Woo!
good too, man.
Were good players. Rush. Again, listen to Depeche Mode was more like a more different type of rock. But yeah, I got to listen to a lot of rock, a lot of rock, man, a lot of rock. You know, you know, So here you are in Orlando, Florida. And you're making the noise a name for yourself, when it comes to this music, whatever. Do you feel that it kind of like has it changed over the time? You think metal is still
Yes,
significant today?
yeah. It's like everything, It's like when you're a child, you want to
Mhm.
run, and when
Right.
you old, you want to walk.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah.
right now,
What's your latest project? I was gonna get to that. What is your latest project you got going on?
yeah, right now I'm working as a uh, independent recording artist.
Okay.
I'm playing my own stuff. They don't have to be with heavy rock. It's everything. I got everything. I got jazz, country,
Okay.
contemporary stuff like that. And also, I work as a substitute musician for different bands. And also, I'm going to do to record uh, different albums. They need
Okay.
a little riff. They need a little lead, and
Yeah.
that
You
song.
come bring if they need that grungy stuff, because I'm gonna definitely look you up when it
Yeah.
comes to that.
So
Yeah, I want to
so far,
record my album.
yeah.
Yeah,
So far, I
project.
don't get any gig yet about
Well,
my about heavy, but I'm
right.
be recording a lot of gospel,
Gospel. Nice.
a lot of jazz, a lot of contemporary music, and also a lot of what I say groove, a lot of groove,
Right.
a lot of
So you're
groove.
a very school guitarist. You went to
Yeah,
school. You
yeah.
know you
I
the
went to
progressions of different style of music and stuff like that. That's nice.
Yeah, I
Beautiful,
went
beautiful,
to three
beautiful.
different schools in Puerto Rico, traditional
Right.
tribal music. Then I went to a Escuela Libre de Música in Carolina. They learned the flute and the acoustic guitar with jazz.
Nice.
And then I went to the other school of rock. And
Mm,
in between all
that's
that,
right.
I learned a bunch of different riffs, bunch of different stuff.
And we are
But
still learning. We're
yeah,
still learning.
still
I say
learning.
those. We're
Believe
still
it or not,
learning.
that you never stop. You never
Never
stop.
stop learning. Yep.
And I got another project going on that I
Mm.
want to share with you too.
Mm.
Uh, I've been I've been doing I've been doing right now uh, repair of instruments. I'm just
Oh, okay.
I, I dedicate most of the time daytime to repair acoustic, electric guitars,
Where can they
basses.
find you if someone wanted to reach you for that service? Where can they
Yes,
find you?
they can find me to
Email.
guitarforglory at yahoo.com. They can send me
Guitar.
an email,
Okay, guitar. I'm gonna
and
put it on the chat.
guitar
Guitar for glory.
number
For
four,
glory.
yeah,
Uh
for
huh.
glory,
Uh huh.
yeah, guitar number four, glory at yahoo.com,
Uh,
and can send
at
me an
Yahoo.
email, and I give you, yeah, and give you appointment to come. I take care of people by appointment, and I fix them the
Okay.
instruments and stuff.
Okay. That's good service.
Yes, and also uh, I got some sponsor. They
So it's only
sponsor
guitar
me.
instruments, right? Guitar. Or you work only guitars.
Guitar, basses, acoustic, cuatro,
Okay.
cuatro,
Also
all kinds of
guitar.
stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, and also I got some people the sponsorship. I
Mm-hmm.
got uh
Mm-hmm.
I got some people that sponsor me. The name of the sponsor is uh, international and local rental equipment. They got equipment for rental
Okay.
uh, for venues, and because I used to play a lot, so I got a lot of instruments, a lot of equipment in the storage. So I hooked up with this guy, and this guy got a company that he rent gear for event, and
Nice.
he used my stuff and to rent it, and in that form I can get some sort of income, and also
Yeah. Yeah. It's all related to music, musicianship.
yeah,
You're
still related with
repairing
music.
instruments. You're dealing with acoustic sounds and equipment. Yeah, and even recording. You got your own recording studio. I mean, you do your own recording in your house.
Yes, I got my own recording studio is
Yeah,
here,
yeah. It's
like
very
you see
important.
back
Yeah,
of the me in my
yeah.
back.
Very
Uh,
important. Yeah,
yeah, in this play, just I'm recording some kind of audio files, and I send it. I
yeah.
know how to
Nice.
I know how to get any contact.
No,
Basically,
right. You can send the files over,
yeah, I
WAV
send
files, and they
files.
can open it up and put it in the
Yeah,
recording. Listen, don't
exactly.
stop. Don't stop what you're doing, man. It's
Yeah,
great. Don't stop what you're doing. Definitely, like I said, I want to do some recordings too. We set up my studio here, and definitely, I'll give you a call, man. We make it happen, with the right elements in place, and yeah, don't stop what you're doing, man. It's great. It's great, and also the metal stuff too. It's just great.
yes.
It's
The
part of
metal,
it's part of
yeah,
resonance.
the metal influence. I have to put it in the shell for a little while.
Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
I got basically to be true. I got like a 4 years. I got all that kind of influence
Right.
hanging
But you
hanging
never
in the
know when you
shell.
might need it. You could pull it out of the shelf. Excuse me.
Yes, and
You
right
never know
now
when
I've
you
been
might
doing.
need it. Pull it out of the shelf and say, Toma, here's a little
Yes,
heaviness. And then
right
boom.
now
Yeah.
I'm being collaborate with a lot of rappers. See, you got a rapper,
Mm.
they need a guitar player to perform in an
Nice.
event, hook me up because I've been
Yes.
playing with a lot of rappers so far. They got a live event, and
Mhm.
I've been performing with a lot of rappers, uh, playing riff guitar for them. And
Mhm.
uh, I'm not allowed to get their names because
No,
they
that's fine.
it's part of the contract when they
Right.
hire. But a lot of people so far using me for rap concerts and stuff like that.
Nice. Nice. Yes. Yes. And I can hear it, that yeah, that makes sense, because a lot of rappers once, they want to bring that heaviness, also the guitar work in there. Yeah. That
Yeah,
goes with it. People don't know, like, when the first hip hop that I started to listen to in the streets in New York, because I recorded the first hip hop record in history, Funky 4 plus 1 more. I'm the percussionist on that, and I work with that group. But prior to that, in the streets, in the schoolyard, we listened to hip hop. MCs would get on and rap. A lot of times, the DJ would be spinning like Queen.
yeah,
We rock you. Dun, 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 dun. They would just loop that part. Dun,
yeah,
dun, 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 dun. And that's all you heard. And then they'll be rapping on top of that. And we will rock you. We are the champion. And they would take clips. And man, it was crazy. It might have
yeah.
been wild. Wild, wild, wild.
Yes, yeah. But matter of fact, I'm be searching your Facebook page, and you post you custom the guitar player that he play with a singer and a drums, and you posted. There is a guitar player that you call some family or yours, and he's singing with a
Yeah,
guy.
Marcus Machado. That's
Yeah,
Marcus Machado. Yeah,
and the other
13.
guy
The
he
band's
plays
called
drums.
13. Yeah,
Yes,
Daru Jones. That's
yes,
13. I want to
yes.
bring my cousin. I want to bring my primo, my cousin, on one time to do an
Yes,
interview.
and I like the perform that I saw
Yeah,
in,
that was a
in
great
your
performance.
video.
Tiny
Real,
Desk.
real,
That was a Tiny Desk performance that they did. That the
yeah,
group was called 13, and it's Marcus Machado and
yeah,
Daru Jones on drums and the rapper.
yeah,
Yeah, and they
and
went metal. Yeah,
yeah,
that's
and
that's
I take little farther. I just throw a search on the guitar player, and
hmm
he's from New York. And he play a lot of jazz nightclubs.
He
He play
does.
with a
Yeah,
lot of people.
SOBs. Yeah, I play with him. Yeah,
Do a
yeah.
lot of bunch of stuff,
I mean,
and
I
you
don't want to
work.
give too much away because I want to save it for the interview. But he is a child prodigy. I knew him
Yeah,
when he was 2 years old, and he was already strumming on the guitar.
I
I
like
got
it.
a
I like.
10-month-old baby right now. If I bring her here, I got a 10-month-old baby, and she's with the sticks
I really
and
like it.
and
I
with the
really like his
hands.
stuff. I
Yeah, he
really
got
like
some
his
good
stuff.
good stuff. You know, I used to also jam out with him a lot. He was big on Jimi Hendrix. Matter of fact, he was on Rolling Stones. They did a feature on him saying he's the next in line when it comes like the Jimi Hendrix style. So he's there. Yeah, yeah, it's really good stuff. But I want to save that for my broadcast with him. But listen, we've been already 1 hour and 13 minutes. I don't want to keep you too long, but so you got your new project. Well, you got your project is still out there. People can get it, right? Let me see. Do I have a picture of it? I thought I had a picture of that. No, I got this here. What is this? This is
Yes,
Rasaida.
this is a indie cover of Raza Indie. El Grito is one
Mm-hmm.
of the songs of the first album. El Grito
Mm-hmm.
is a song in memory. Uh,
Uh-huh.
those people they fight for the independent in Puerto
Yeah,
Rico at
grito.
the
That's
at
what
the,
I love about. That's what I love about your content, the music, because you again you bring in the heavy metal, you bring in that, but you going into this historical thing. Because yeah, grito, Abisu Campos,
yes,
and
all
yeah,
that
and
kind
you
of
bring a
stuff.
lot of that
Yes.
Raza India, and you bring a lot of the Taino influence too in there too, right?
Yes, yes, we
Mm-hmm.
bring a lot of with Raza India. The whole deal is bring the historical cultural stuff from my
Mm-hmm.
hometown Puerto Rico, bring
Yeah.
it to the USA, and show it to the people. Hey, we this is a story. This is
Yeah, this is who we are.
the story that we've been through. This is the stuff that happened on my town. And
Hmm.
show it to the music. This
Right.
the historical uh, time and places they mark our life, all Puerto Ricans,
Exactly.
they mark, we mark for all that.
Yeah, I did my DNA, ancestral DNA, and it goes from 1750. And it mentions a lot of things that was happening in Puerto Rico and how my DNA could have been impacted by all of that. And it
Right.
mentions all of, yeah, yeah,
Yes.
great, good stuff, good stuff, good stuff, man. So I love it. I love it. Like I said, I want to listen to you to more
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
your
Thank
stuff.
you. Thank you for bringing me
Yeah.
and you
Anything you
broadcast.
want to
Thank
say
you.
yeah, anything you want to close out with? Anything at all you want to close out with? Anything you want to say before we end this podcast? Anything else you
Well,
want to say?
just yeah, I'm telling to the young guys, the
Mm-hmm.
uh, pick an instrument. So you got talent, pick an instrument, learn it, play
Mm-hmm.
whatever you want, bass, drums, conga, whatever, because music is a way of language, is a way to transform people, is a way
Yeah,
to to uh, bring bring good stuff, bring spiritual stuff, you know,
true.
and music's wonderful, wonderful. All bring
Right.
peace to the nations, you know, and learn an instrument is important,
It
and
brings
it's
cultures
very
together, right? It brings a lot of different cultures together.
yeah.
That's why I
So
like I love what they did with the Global Fest and Tiny Desk. Have you
yeah,
seen that? I posted it.
yeah,
Have you seen the different bands? The
yes,
Japanese band, all of them. That was cool. I was
yeah,
like,
it's
yeah, I
cool.
love it. Edwin
Yeah,
Edwin Perez with the salsa, but with the conscious,
yes,
lyrics. Oh man, that was really deep. But
yes. So
I
all these
wanna.
people, yeah, all these people, they got the talent to sing. The singer, the one vocal stuff. Keep going,
Mm,
don't stop. You know, because
that's
with
right.
you guys, you are a big part of the melting pot. You know,
Mm,
singer, musician, and stuff. We can create a wonderful, wonderful melodies and wonderful songs.
mm.
You know.
Right. Infinite of melodies and
Yes, yes.
harmony, infinite. It's infinite in
So
rhythms
it's
and stuff
very
like that.
important to
Love it.
educate young
Yeah.
community to learn.
Well,
And
listen, Luis, I thank you very much for blessing my podcast with your presence.
thank you
Um,
too.
I love it. You got a great historical background and also good work out there and very interesting. You know what I'm saying? I really appreciate it very much. My brother, please stay in contact. I got your information. You got my information to stay in
Yes,
contact.
yes, yes.
Okay?
Thank you much
So,
for bringing me
yeah.
on, and
Yes.
continue do this for more people because in that form you bring history back.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
you bring
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
history back. All the historical musician and the own jar in the town, you are bringing it back, and the people can know what's going on. And this is
Right,
important. I don't want
right, right. Now with the social media, now with this podcast, we can get it out and say, "Hey, listen, this is what's happening here and here and here," and we
yes,
come
yes,
from that,
and you do a
yeah.
very, very, very good
No, thank you,
work and job for the music industry
thank
and
you,
music community here in Orlando, Florida.
thank you very much, thank you very much. Well, listen, my brother, peace and blessing to you. I mean, you know how to exit, and I'll just exit after you and just put up a couple of things on the screen. But there you go again. This is my brother here, good friend,
All
brother.
right, buddy.
There you go. That's India. That's Luis. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And this is one of the from the album cover, right? One of them, Negrito. And so thank you very much. Okay, thank you very much, Luis. Okay, he's out. Beautiful. There you go. Like I said, this is a different style of music, what I'm saying. And I wanted to feature this because, it talks about the mixture and how worlds are coming together. and whatever, and to my musician friends, you know what I'm saying? Um, one thing I teach is tolerance for differences. That's one of the things that I push, tolerance for different differences. A person's into metal, your kid's into metal, you got to understand it, see what it is for what it is. You know what I'm saying? And they're into hip hop. They're into the reggaeton, the hip hop, the drill music. They're into the traditional jazz. Excuse me. Hold up. Let me drink a little something. Salute to everybody. And a little wine. Well, you know what I'm saying? It's important. You know what I'm saying, to the young kids out there. There is music. There's notation. There's rhythm. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to feature this because this is a combination. I play with other bands that were considered to be rock, but we lean heavy on the percussion stuff. But then we also brought in the rock too. You know what I'm saying? But here, this is heavy metal. I mean, what I heard in the past. Now you see that he is doing his changes and he is doing other music. But what I know Raza India from is from that heavy, heavy metal sound. You know what I'm saying? That you have to look back and say, whoa, this is different. This is grunchy. This is it's out there, But then what seems to balance it out is the percussion part, you know what I'm saying? And the flute, the idea of the flute. And one day I'm gonna do a podcast, excuse me, a podcast talking about the different instrumentation and how that resonate with different frequencies in your body. You know what I'm saying? But listen, I want everybody to like the video. Okay? Like the video. Okay? And definitely share the video. Share the video so it can get out there. And for those of you who would like to donate, there's my Cash App right there. That's my Cash App. If you like to donate, what I'm saying, spread some love. That's up to you. But again, like the video and share the video. Okay? And then for again, I'm gonna get more information. I'm gonna get more information about the Airbnb that's located in Mount Nabo, run by my sister and my nieces. I'm gonna give you some more information about that because I think that's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Beautiful, beautiful. But anyway, my people, I love you all. Dan Sihibui. I love you. Mucho amor en paz. And let's keep it going. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it going. I hope everybody enjoy this. Let's keep it going. Peace and blessings. Love you all.